Welcome back to Celebrity Scoop, the ultimate destination for the unfiltered truth of the royal world. Today, we're peeling back the royal veneer to reveal a moment of raw, unedited humiliation. A moment that's quite hard to digest. Picture this. Princess Kate, resplendent in a maroon trench coat, bowing. But it's not just a bow, it's a plea for acknowledgement, a desperate bid for recognition. But the response? It's deafening in its silence. No return of eye contact. No reciprocation, just an icy, dismissive silence. This isn't just a cringe-worthy moment, it's a window into the reality of her royal life, an instance where she bows and they ignore, where she offers a smile and they look the other way, where she stands, doing her utmost to portray the picture-perfect royal, but is treated as if she's invisible by the very institution she's pledged her loyalty to. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, and it's revealing. We need to stop sugarcoating this as elegance, duty, or tradition. What we're witnessing is public neglect. She's being exploited, dressed up in designer wear for photo ops, and paraded around to maintain appearances, while the royals, the ones who should be her staunchest allies, treat her as a pawn in their ancient game of chess. The harsh reality is that they don't care. Not about her feelings, not about her dignity. Their concern is exclusively about the headlines, and Kate? She's their safe bet. The face they parade when the press scrutiny intensifies, the one they lean on when they need a diversion. But behind the palace doors, she's merely a placeholder. After everything she's endured, the health rumours, the isolation, the forced cheerfulness, you'd think she'd earn a modicum of respect, but no. Instead, she's met with more awkward silences, more cold shoulders, more duty devoid of genuine support. The most heartbreaking part? She perseveres, continues to bow, continues to smile, continues to try. But for what? For a royal family that sees her as nothing more than an ornament. This isn't tradition. It's a pattern of humiliation unfolding in slow motion, and it's high time we address it. Princess Kate, the royal doll, always picture perfect, always playing her role. But what happens when the cameras stop flashing and the crowd's applause fades away? What's left for the royal doll then? Well, it appears that she's left standing alone, her role at an end until the next photo op. The royal family, it seems, has perfected the art of using Kate for their public appearances. She's trotted out in front of the cameras, always looking impeccable, always wearing a smile. She's there at every charity event, every state visit, every public engagement. And why wouldn't she be? Her face is a safe bet for the royals. It's a face that sells newspapers and keeps the public's interest. But let's look a little closer. Where's the genuine support for Kate? Where's the respect? It's all well and good to have her front and centre when it suits their needs, but what happens when the event is over? Does the royal family rally around her, offer their support and gratitude, or do they simply move on to the next item on their agenda, leaving Kate to fade into the background until she's needed again? The harsh reality is that Kate is treated more like a commodity than a member of the family. She's a beautiful doll to be displayed when it's convenient, and then put back on the shelf when her presence is no longer required. And the most disheartening part of all this, Kate is more than just a pretty face. She's a woman of substance with her own thoughts, ideas and ambitions, and yet she's not valued for these traits. She's valued for her ability to play the part of the royal doll, to maintain the image that the royal family wants to project. Behind the curtains, she's just a placeholder, and it's a harsh reality we can't ignore. The royal doll, it seems, is just that, a doll, used and discarded at will, and that's a narrative we need to change. The royal indifference towards Kate is evident and it's disheartening. It's a chilling reality that has been playing out for quite some time now. Kate, a woman of grace and strength, has been reduced to a mere figurehead by the very institution she has pledged her loyalty to. The royal family, it seems, has no regard for her feelings or dignity. They have turned a blind eye to her struggles, her efforts and her humanity. And what for? For the sake of headlines, for the preservation of their image. They are so caught up in their own narrative that they've forgotten the person behind the princess, the woman behind the headlines. The royal family has turned their backs on Kate time and time again. They've left her to navigate the harsh world of the press alone, offering no support, no acknowledgement, and yet they are quick to use her as their shield when they need to deflect criticism or shift focus. They've used her as their scapegoat, their distraction, their public relations tool, and it doesn't stop there. The royal family's indifference extends beyond their public interactions. Behind closed doors, the disregard is just as evident, if not more so. They've isolated her, ignored her, treated her like a pawn in their royal game, and yet she stands tall, she endures, she persists. The sad reality is the royal family doesn't see Kate for who she truly is, a woman of substance, a woman of resilience. They see her as a means to an end, a tool to be used and discarded at their convenience. They don't value her feelings, her spirit, her contributions. All they see is the image she projects, the headlines she generates. And therein lies the irony. The very people who should be supporting Kate, who should be acknowledging her, appreciating her, are the ones who disregard her the most. The royal family's lack of care towards Kate is not just evident, it's blatant. It's a harsh reality that cannot be ignored any longer. Despite everything, Kate keeps showing up. Why? This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Why does she keep bowing her head, smiling her practice smile, and stepping into the spotlight for a family that seems to see her as little more than a prop? It's not just about duty or tradition anymore, it's about a woman who is constantly disrespected, yet still shows up, still tries to fit into a role that has clearly been sculpted without her in mind. It's about a woman who, despite the cold shoulders and the dismissive glances, still puts on her designer coats and steps out into the world, ready to play her part. It's about endurance. It's about resilience. It's about a woman who refuses to be broken by the very institution that seems to disregard her worth. Kate is not just a royal. She is a woman, a mother, a human being who deserves respect and acknowledgement. And yet, she is treated as nothing more than a placeholder, a temporary fix until the next headline, the next scandal. But despite this, she persists. Despite the isolation, despite the rumours, despite the lack of genuine support, Kate keeps showing up. She keeps smiling, she keeps bowing, she keeps trying. Why? Perhaps it's because she believes in the importance of her role. Perhaps it's because she's hoping for change, for a shift in the way the royals treat her. Perhaps it's because she's made of stronger stuff than they give her credit for. Or maybe, just maybe, it's because she's determined to prove them wrong. To show them that she is more than just a decoration, more than just a face for the press. That she is a woman of substance, of strength, of dignity. Whatever the reason, it's clear that Kate's dedication is nothing short of extraordinary. It's heartbreaking, it's inspiring, and it's a testament to her strength. For a royal family that only sees her as decoration, Kate's dedication is heartbreaking. This isn't tradition, it's humiliation. This line marks the beginning of a brutal truth, a cold reality that reveals the royal family's treatment of Princess Kate. The princess, in her maroon trench coat, bowing and smiling, is met with nothing but dismissive silence. This isn't the tale of a royal doll, but rather the story of a woman caught in the icy grip of public neglect. She's been paraded around like a showpiece, and for what? To serve as a distraction when the headlines become too much. To be the safe face that the royal family can lean on when the heat is turned up. But at what cost? Her dignity, her self-respect, her happiness, all sacrificed on the altar of royal duty. Behind the palace gates, the reality is even grimmer. The smiling princess we see is nothing but a placeholder, a pawn on a dusty old chessboard. The very institution she has pledged her loyalty to treats her as if she's invisible. The royal family, the very people who should have her back, don't care about her feelings or her dignity. They only care about the headlines. And the most heartbreaking part? Despite the isolation, the health rumours, and the forced smiles, she keeps going, still bowing, still smiling, still trying, for a royal family that only sees her as decoration. This isn't tradition, this is humiliation, a cold reality that we can no longer ignore. We're done pretending it's anything else. It's time to stop turning a blind eye to what's happening behind those palace gates. The truth is stark, uncomfortable, and it's high time we recognised it for what it is. We must challenge the narrative, question the silence, and demand better for individuals like Kate, who are more than just royal ornaments. Let's shift our gaze from the glitz and glamour and start seeing the real stories unfolding in the shadows. Thank you for watching.